What's up, people? This is NatureGirl30 here, and I'm gonna be real with you. I honestly fell asleep for 2 hours of this thing and woke up at the very end. So I literally had to go back and watch on my DVDR, and I'm like, what am I watching here? Like, seriously, I'm really trying not to be upset and I'm really trying not to rant, but you honestly can't help it because you're trying to figure out what the heck is going on. The fact of the matter is, the one thing that kind of bothers me the most is the whole AJ Lee and John Cena storyline. The fact is, they actually spent nearly 2 weeks promoting this thing, putting it on Raw, talking about it on Raw and SmackDown, even having it on a pay-per-view. Just to have it come to a head to where they actually liked each other. And the fact of the matter is, it doesn't even matter because they're both wrestlers. She's not a GM anymore. So why on earth even have the storyline? Why even exist? And there's one reason why, and I'm going to get into that later. But the thing about it is, I guess the whole segment with Dolph Ziggler and AJ. Dolph has no reason to have any beef with AJ. He has no reason to be upset with her. But for some strange reason, when he actually did have that segment with her, I'm like, as epic as, I'm not going to say epic, never mind, but as realistic as that was, as realistic as that entire segment was, it was completely not. The thing is, it really did not make any sense at all. It did not fit. It wasn't germane to the storyline. It was something that I felt that they just threw in there to try to give a legitimate reason on why Dolph Ziggler is hating so much on AJ. But the fact of the matter is, it's still unclear. It still doesn't make any sense. And the thing is, it's starting a feud with John Cena that should have happened before Survivor Series. That match between Dolph Ziggler and John Cena should have happened at Survivor Series instead of him being in a championship match and Dolph running a Survivor Series style match. They should have been in a freaking match together just to have something to go on. It's like literally they're just breaking up segments, they're breaking up storylines, and just okay, let's make it like Lost. We'll have this storyline over here, and then we'll let this play out, and then we'll just throw that over there and see where that goes. That's pretty much how I'm seeing it. It's not organized at all. It doesn't make any sense. And the fact that Vicky keeps going on and on about this, with the fact that AJ doesn't even have her job anymore, and the opener itself was just, why on earth are you still giving Ryback a mic? He needs a mouthpiece. He needs a manager. The guy does not know how to talk on a mic. It's a given that he doesn't know how to talk on a mic. Why are you giving him a mic to speak? I'm really trying my hardest not to rant here, but there's just so many things that doesn't make any sense to me. The whole, for real, the matches themselves is not the matches. It's never the matches. The matches are usually pretty much spot on. Sure, they have a few botches here and there. It's human error. And then also the fact is that lately the matches that I've seen on Raw, they have good chemistry within the wrestlers. At least they're able to actually have a decent match that's sometimes semi-fluid. That's not the problem. The biggest problem right now is the fact that the lack of external storyline and no internal storyline. They're just throwing matches together. For crying out loud, you had a Divas match when when Caitlyn just found out last night that Oksana was the chick that took her down. You didn't have any intro when it comes to either one of them. Not to mention the fact that they didn't even do a recap of what happened in Survivor Series. They just had a match. Honestly, before everyone was ranting about Linda's Senate campaign, everyone was ranting about, oh gosh, because she's running, this is the reason why it's so bad. This is the reason why the PG era is around, and I'm gonna be real, it ain't that no more. It's not that no more. It's a stupid lawsuit between TNA and WWE. They're calling each other out every freaking night, even on their pay-per-views. And this entire storyline between John Cena and AJ doesn't make any freaking sense. Because they're copying TNA. And TNA's mocking them right back, but the only thing TNA is calling them out. Unlike WWE, who's indirectly doing it. This is ridiculous. They really need to freaking grow up and come up with some kind of compromise with this lawsuit so things go back to normal. Hopefully go back to normal. The one thing I can definitely say is that I actually did like the ending segment when Dean Ambrose, Scott Rollins, and Roman Reigns came out. But I'm going to be real. They're the posh versions of the Aces and Eights. They are. I'm sorry. They're the posh versions of the Aces and Eights. And also they're the unmasked version of the Aces and Eights as well. The fact is that these guys, should have had them out there at the beginning. Instead of having Ryback speak on the mic, they should have had all three of those guys in the ring explaining themselves. Seriously. Dean Ambrose should have made his debut in that WWE ring on the mic. As well as Seth Rollins, as well as Roman Reigns. They should have been in the ring at the very beginning explaining what the heck happened. And then Ryback comes out to try to decimate them. Don't that make a little bit more sense? The fact of the matter is, it's like the writers of this entire show is like writing a whole bunch of crap. It's not so much they're writing crap, it's just that they're literally brainstorming. You know how when you actually write a paper, you brainstorm first and then you try to organize your thoughts together to make a decent paper. With these guys, they're using their brainstorm notes to write this entire show. I'm gonna be real. It was really tough getting through this entire thing, and it's already late, and I'm so disappointed in the show. They should really start trying to build up towards WrestleMania. They have a full month, but they should start now. The Rock should have been here. The Rock should have been here trying to promote the fact that, okay, you know, now that you're the champion, I'm gonna come and take your title. It would have been more entertaining having The Rock at the very end. It really would. But this was a mediocre, lackluster performance again from the WWE. As usual, the wrestling isn't all that bad. Like I said, the Wade Barrett versus Wade Barrett versus Kofi Kingston was my favorite match of the night. I'm not gonna lie, I really did enjoy that match, and I like the fact that Wade Barrett actually did win. But good grief, everything else, especially the whole Epico and Primo getting annihilated in 5 seconds by the Great Khali. Come on, you're trying to bring down your tag team division even more by having this happen. Any other matches I didn't care about? I didn't care about Alberto Del Rio versus Randy Orton because I've seen it a million times. This was a completely lackluster performance from Raw again, and I'm highly disappointed. And I don't blame anybody from tuning out. I really don't. And this is what I'm going to do from now on. When a Raw is worth talking about, if there's a Raw that's actually going to be worth talking about, then I am going to do a review on it. But if it's a piece of crap, I'm not going to bother. Why bother doing a review on it if it's just going to be bad? For once, I really want to be objective about this here. If I really feel like that this Raw is worth talking about, I'm going to actually do a review. But if I don't, I'm not going to bother. That's pretty much how it's going to be. Seriously, this is ridiculous. The fact that I fell asleep for 2 hours and woke up at the end really does show something. But anyway, this is Nature Girl 30 signing off. Peace out. Later.